crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, look and find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, look and find your way, babe.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure. This my kingdom, nigga. Stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, on it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical.
Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know.
Yeah, whoa, East Coast with that gang gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm Weezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang.
Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you are all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack.
East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang.
Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play guys. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them. Nigga, we losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them, that's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beer, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah.
He's heating up.
West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, global with that gang gang, you know we don't play guys, yeah.
Go to the fucking gym.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, busses, hustles, and yo-hos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another. Well, make sure you hit the like button. You can check us out on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Also, if you are ready to join the fam today, what are you doing with your life? Download the Swolenormous app. Join us over at swolenormousx.com and get access to all of our amazing programming. Everything we talk about here to crush your 7 pillars is all available over there. swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. I beseech you. And start your journey today. Start your progress today. It is 1 week. That's 1 week. It's September 24th. That means on October 1st, it is officially fuck your resolution season. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You're waiting for January 1st? Get fucked. Start today. Stop waiting. Stop slacking. Start today. Join the fam. Let's fucking go. All right, let's go. Stop making excuses. Let's get into the first post. We got some merch. Today, of course, I'm rocking Fuck Your Candy Corn. I'm about to go on such a tear on social. If you follow me on Instagram and all that stuff, I'm sure you do. It is about to go down. I am about to start an absolute, I don't know what you would call it. This is like it's going to be a candy corn crusade. I am going all out on candy corn. I am convinced no one likes this stuff. I am convinced it is literally next to gravel. I was thinking about putting some gravel in my yard. I might just use candy corn. I am convinced that this is inedible trash. So I'm going all in. I'm going all in on fucking candy corn. Anyway, go pick up some new merch. Go check out the new drops. What do we got? What do we have this past week? Oh, that's right. How could I forget? How could I forget? Swole Ferratu. Buy one, get one, 20% off. That's dope.
Boom shakalaka!
Perfect timing. Perfect timing for the holidays. Perfect timing for October. It's perfect time to jump on your Swole Ferratu. Go get it. 20% off all merch. papaswolio.com. Go get yourself some Swole Ferratu. We got a lot of great releases, but yeah, fuck your candy corn. Speaking of which, speaking of merch, we got Pisar's Kiwa or Pisar's Skiwa. Looks like you're from, is that Polish? Is that Polish in the chat? Anyway, shout out. You got the nice muscle alphabet. Good stuff.
He's on fire!
Looks good on you, dude. You're in the gym. Good man. Thank you for sharing. Thanks for posting. Make sure you tag us Real Papa Swolio, Swolenormous on Instagram, and we will get into it. Fam, you know what time it is. Oh my God. I thought we were done. I thought we were done with this. I guess not. It is time for Rate My Meal. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Rate my meal. What's it going to be? Well, this can go two directions. Either Aiden is actually going to eat a kitten, or Aiden is saying that his meal is he's going to eat some pussy. So maybe that's what you're going to do. I don't want to assume your gender, Aiden, but maybe that's what you're doing. Please don't eat that cute little kitty. Please don't eat that kitty. If you want to go eat some kitty, I'm not sure if what we're trying to get across here. Either Aiden is going to literally eat the cat, or Aiden, you're pushing it. Barbie Ann, what do we got there? What do we got there? I will tell you, if I ever saw a squirt, Barbie, that looks like it's going to go out the same way it came in. Good gracious. You got that off a taco cart, didn't you? That's textbook South Florida. That's textbook South Florida back alley taco cart on a lunch break in Doral. That's taco cart. That's taco cart by the Miami airport vibes right there. With a Diet Dr. Pepper. I give you one big squirt. You got enough to deal with. Barbie, you don't need my criticism. You're going to have enough to deal with. Make sure you grab a plunger on your way home. Chris O'Brien, what we got here? Chris is roasting up some vegetables. Very nice. Veggies. And if you're just listening, that's a chicken, but chicken is a vegetable. So Chris getting his fiber in. Good man. Looks good. Eating some meat. All right. That's fine. I kid. Kind of. It's a vegetable. David Lescarbeau. One of these. And we got white rice. I'm seeing some plants in there, meaning broccoli and cauliflower. That's ballsy, dude. You know that cauliflower tastes like absolute cardboard. You can tell. That just tastes. But you got chicken. Is it all chicken? Chicken rice? You got some hard-boiled eggs? David's doing well in the meal prep. You're doing well in the meal prep. One thing I would say is I would make sure you get glass containers. Just get away from those plastics. Just some thoughts, but good man. Jacqueline Calero. That looks like bacon, ultra-processed syrup, because maple syrup don't look like that. That looks like Robitussin. And a nice big foamy pancake. Jacqueline, are you going to try to tell me that's a protein pancake? Are you going to tell me that's a protein pancake? You think you're going to get it? You can't push that past me. No such thing. Anyway, all right, let's get some eggs on there. Get some eggs on there and maybe I'll let it slide. Jason Steele, no veg, no fruit, no carbs. I am looking at steak, and it looks like lobster and maybe some garlic sauce. I'll give you a base for that one. Lobster is another one of those foods. Dramatically, lobster, extremely overrated. But I love lobster. You like butter and salt, because that's the only way you're making that shit taste not like rubber. That's the only way. You don't love lobster, you like butter. And who doesn't like butter and salt with a crunch? That's why people like popcorn. Popcorn tastes like shit. Don't believe me? Go eat a piece of plain popcorn. Tastes like styrofoam. You put butter and salt on it. Ooh, fat and salt. It tastes good. No, it doesn't. Still tastes like shit. You just like butter and salt. That's all I'm saying. So this lobster tastes good by proxy because it's touching the steak. Lobster on the steak. There you go. You're making that lobster better. You're doing that lobster a favor. The same reason why you put bacon on anything. And ooh, I like this. I like a BLT. No, you don't. You like the bacon. You're liking a bacon. You're trying to justify. Bacon used to be looked at as a bad food because it's nitrates, nitrites, ultra processed, right? The quality of the bacon matters. And for years they were telling you steak is bad, saturated fat's bad. And like, no, it's not. It's a lie. Butter's good. Butter's bad. Drink canola oil. All that stuff. Right? So the reason why when you had to eat bacon, I like a BLT. You had to say that around vegans and around libtards because anyone would be like, that's bad for you. Well, I'm having some lettuce and tomato. It's on a sandwich. So you had to justify eating bacon. If you just had a plate of bacon, people would think, oh my God, you're going to die of a heart attack tomorrow. So they tried to hide it. They're trying to hide the bacon. BLT was just a way to hide the bacon. So when you're around people that just ate salads and told you were killing the planet, you could hide it from them. No, it's a sandwich. Just sneak some bacon in there. You can't see it, right? You drape the lettuce over it so it's covering the bacon. Where's the lie? Tell me where the lie is. All right, Michael Sia. See? What we got there? I don't know what the fuck that is. Is that tuna tartare? Is that steak? What is that? What the fuck is that?
What the fuck is that?
What's that red shit? Is that steak? Is that ground beef? Is that feta cheese? Eggs and avocado. It looks good. I don't know what that... Cat food? I don't know what that mush is. But I'm assuming it's meat. In which case... balls to the wall. Enjoy. Ricky Wild, speed running, heart disease. What we got here? A monster. A monster.
Don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine.
Zero sugar. Oh, there's nothing in it. I drink this because it's empty. It's just an empty can. All right, come on. Get yourself some coffee. Get yourself some electrolytes. Stop drinking soda. It's soda. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You stop that right now, Ricky Bobby. All right, Burke Morphew. What a name. What's your name? Morphew. Book Morphew. Burke Morphew? Morphew. Burke Morphew. Burke Morphew sounds like the name of a offbeat superhero movie. You know, scraping the bottle, the barrel. Something that they made like one comic. And it just came in the umbrella of whatever Disney bought with Marvel. Marvel bought some small comic book company, and this is like their B-rated line. Someone did like 2 comic books of this one character, and Disney owns it. And they're like, what if we do a Burke Morphew movie? That sounds good. Make it a comedy, kind of like a Deadpool. Burke Morphew. Make it like a troll of superhero movies. I don't know. That just hits me as some sort of, you know, small character no one's heard of unless you're a super nerd. All right, Burke, cool name. 8 ounces of grass-fed sirloin, great meal. 4 pasture-raised eggs, preceded by a small cup of watermelon. Come on, get in my fucking belly. Watermelon's the goat. I had watermelon yesterday. I'm proud of it. All right, fam, let's get into that tip. Swole
just
fam
an
time.
inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right, let's kick it off. First one's from Joanne. Join us over at swolenormousx.com. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Where's my eggplant on the side of the screen? Where's that eggplant? Where are we? Bloop. There's the knowledge cock. All right, Joanne, let's see. I answered this earlier in the app. You can go and check out the post, but we'll talk about it now. Doing the exercise is given to me by my physiotherapist for my back. There's one called a clamshell where you on your side, legs stacked, bent at the knees, keeping heels together. Lift the top knee up and down like the opening and closing of a clam. This is a very common glute exercise and glute stabilizer. I feel particularly weak in this movement. I feel that there is a muscle or chain muscle reaction that crosses my lower back that is used in this movement. Anyone know anything about this? Is my perception of the movement off? What muscles are being worked? And whatever it is being used, mine is weak. I'm just wanting information to better understand my body and what's going on. Knowledge is power. And it's your glutes. It's your deep external rotators and probably some of your spinal erectors and multifidus muscles just stabilizing while you're in a certain postural position, because you're going to want to keep your stomach drawn in and you're going to feel things in weird places, and maybe your gluteus minimus and your medius cramping. Gluteus medius and also the deep external rotators and muscles on your sacrum really deep under there. So that's what's working. It's a good exercise. It's a good warm-up. It's a good thing if you're doing just lying around. It's good for activation, but doing lateral tube walking, doing glute bridges with a band around your knees, other great ways to do it. You might have done those also too. Tyler, building consistency. There you go. Tyler at the gym. Based. Good stuff. You better have used it. You're taking a picture of some barbells. I'm assuming you picked them up and you put them down afterwards, Tyler. I'm assuming you lifted them. Let's see what else we got. We got 1 or 2 more. Actually, we got 1 more. Okay, Will, good morning, fam. A bit of self-serving post here. While following the 7 pillars and my own personality, I've whittled down my friends and family circle, aside from my wife, of course, to basically 0. Basically 0.
Wow.
So the fam is where it's at. With that said, I thought I'd give you all the opportunity to wish me a happy birthday. It's the big 5-0. Well, happy birthday, Will. And although I don't necessarily feel my age, I think I can officially label myself a swolled man. I appreciate everyone and hope you are all having a good day. I'm off to do a quick conditioning session before work. Keep doing what you do, fam. Good for you. Happy birthday. And when it comes to your circle, a lot of times you're going to find it's very tiny. It's very tiny. It's very tiny. But then you can build from there. And a lot of people don't realize that they've let a lot of overgrowth. If you have a garden, if any of you garden, you have to take out the weeds. You have to cut the branches. If you want to have a nice bushy tree or your shrub to go properly, you can't let it get long and leggy. You have to cut it so it gets full and thick. So this is one of those things. You need to trim. You need to trim. And if you've let it grown and get long and leggy for a long time, you might be cutting all the way down. So remember, a lot of friends are friends for a season. You go your separate ways, you start families, maybe you don't live near each other anymore, you just keep in touch, but not everyone stays really close, which is reasonable and okay, especially if you move out of a certain community. The internet and phones and FaceTime and stuff allows people to stay more connected than ever before. If you use it properly, it can also make you more disconnected. But then you gotta build from there. Sometimes people let things get out of control, and then you realize you gotta do some more major cutting. You have to cut some trees down. You might have to really whittle down and restart and regrow, which is totally fine, but it's a similar analogy. I look at that. Sometimes when you let it get really bushy, you have to like hack all the way down and start from scratch. There's no saving it, or you trim down dramatically over time, but that's usually the case. That's usually the case. And yeah, and this is why, I read a lot of books, listen to a lot of podcasts. I keep my circle very small, and I'm a very private person. And that's just the way I am. I feel like that's a great way long term. That's what I want to do. And I made that decision and do things a certain way because of that. And I like it. I like it. And if that's what you like too, then do it. No one's stopping you except yourself. And some people like to be extremely social. So, but a lot of times people are they are extremely social. But a lot of times that's a compensation, or they like to be busy. And sometimes a lot of people haven't worked on themselves, and they kind of outsource their personality to everyone around them. And when they're alone, they're really like, oh, what do I do? They're codependent. They have to be around people. So as long as you're working on yourself, you know what you're about, you can choose whom and when you spend time with and where and stuff like that. All right, let's get into some questions. Fam, good stuff. Drop your questions in the comments. Hashtag AskPapaSwole. Any other thoughts, you could drop it in the comments. And if you want to follow up with any of the topics we've covered already. Retro Jim says, I'm glad you mentioned saturated fat. My daily one meal a day has 30 to 40 grams. Would this be too much? ChatGPT says it might hinder fat loss. ChatGPT is wrong all the time. Mama Swole and I were just outside in the butterfly garden asking it questions. It was way wrong. It was misclassifying butterflies. It was telling me that certain plants are not host plants for certain butterflies. I'm literally watching them lay eggs on it right now. It was just dead wrong. So what you have to do with ChatGPT to really understand the limitations is talk to it about something that you really know a lot about. If you're a carpenter, talk to it about carpentry. If you do any kind of labor, ask it questions and really pry it, and you'll see a lot of holes. So just be mindful when you use things like that. It's not as good as you think it is. It can give you a lot of foundation, but when you know a topic, you can see how off it is. And it's really important to just keep that in mind, which is why you're asking here. You're not just blindly trusting it. So that's good. Would it be too much? I don't think one meal a day is ideal for most people. If you're trying to build muscle, it's hard to get enough protein. It's hard to get enough carbs. So if you are, 30, 40 grams, was that 200, 300 calories? It's not a lot of fat, but it depends on what else you're eating. One meal a day, you're just not getting enough in. If you're trying to build muscle, it's just not enough. It might be okay temporarily if you have a lot of fat to lose and you're doing calorie restriction, but a lot of times people that do, because then what you're doing when you're eating that much at one time, you're really spiking your insulin in a big way at one time. And some people like the one meal a day. I've tried it. It's not ideal for me. I like more food throughout the day. I feel a lot better, and it gives me more time to get in the amount of carbs and calories and stuff I need, especially with training. If I'm training in the afternoon, I don't want to just go all day without eating. That's brutal. I've done the not eating till 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock. I think it's better to eat larger earlier in the day and then taper off towards the evening. Personally, that's what I like. It's Zolita. Papa Swole, do you count ballet as going to the gym? It's exercise, activity. I mean, it's definitely physical exercise. You know, that's very challenging and taxing. So I would count it doing ballet, but even if you're doing ballet, you should be lifting weights. Again, why can't it just be like, what I want to get across is more people need training and strength training as a foundation. And not everyone will, so it's fine for me to say that because people are like, I don't want to lift weights, then don't. And I'm not saying you're not going to be healthy, but you definitely want progressive overload, and it's going to help you with your ballet. It's going to help you with your bone density because you adapt to ballet. Your muscles will get a little bit stronger, and then you kind of peak because you're not constantly adding resistance. You're learning more skills. Maybe it's endurance, tendon strength, and things like that. Form. You're learning different choreography, so it's very mentally stimulating and coordination for sure. But if you add weights, but it's definitely not the gym. If you call ballet gym, ballet studio. So again, are you going, when I say go to the gym, you're lifting weights. And even, if you're doing a lot of ballet, lifting twice a week would be great for you. Just saying. Brisali 22, what should I eat as a boxer? Well, I'm not the person to ask just because there might be certain things that you don't want to do as a boxer. What I would say is probably the most important thing is that you're getting in carbs. You're going to need a lot of carbs because a lot of endurance, but also it's going to be what you eat around when you're training too. And I would focus on also electrolytes and getting in your intra workout carbohydrates, something like simple sugars while you're training, while you're doing your boxing and stuff like that. So that's definitely going to be important, what you do pre and intra workout, in addition to eating big, because you're going to utilize a lot of energy. Same thing with swimming and stuff. Hazelnut. I want bulking. Papa Swole, I want bulk. I want bulking. What is your suggestion? Eat more food, lift more weights, get stronger, get jacked. Join us, SwoleNormousX.com. Give Swole Fam money. Do our programs. Get swole. I want bulk. Make suggestion. Luca Nuts. Papa Swolio. Is it good to shower in just cold water for like 2 to 5 minutes after a hot, warm shower? Sure. That's fine. Ending with cold is good. It's a good way to wake yourself up. It's a good way to kind of get yourself intro to cold plunging and things like that. I've talked about it a lot. I don't do cold plunging as frequently. I want to get back into doing the sauna a little bit more, but I used to like roast the hell out of myself. I used to go really cold in the cold plunge, but I've talked about this. I leave it at like 50, 52, and I'll do it once in a while. I think sauna is better in general than cold plunge if you're going to, for health reasons. I just think sauna is going to be a net positive. But it's also so hot outside, sometimes being out in the sun all day and losing so much water and training, I don't want to get into a sauna. So I'll do that more in like cold, cooler weather down here in Florida. It's really hard to do that in the summer. It's really hard to do the sauna in the summer because I'm already hot and I'm losing so much water. Doing a sauna, it just seems like excessive. So I think if you're getting a lot of sun exposure and stuff, it's less necessary unless you get up really early. You do it first thing before the sun comes up or things like that. So nothing wrong with it, but it's hard enough to hydrate properly in the summer when I'm training outside and it's 95 degrees and humid. Doing a sauna on top of that is very taxing. So yeah, you could do cold showers. Nothing wrong with that. At nighttime to help you go to sleep, a nice warm shower is usually good. Hot shower. Sauna in the evening. Ephraim Vambas. Papa Swole, when trying to lose fat but also putting on muscle, what is the percentage for carbs, protein, fat? There's no actual number that like, hey, do this. You're trying to lose fat but put on muscle. Stop trying to focus on fat loss and focus on building muscle. So getting about 0.8 or so grams per pound of body weight and protein and fill the rest up with carbs. Make sure you're not over consuming. Track your weight, but focus on progressive overload. Get stronger, build muscle. Focus on building muscle to help you lose fat. You're focusing too much on numbers and being over analytical. Food quality, proper sleep, sunlight, focus on the protein and fill in the rest with some carbs and fat and adjust as needed. You probably want to go a little bit maybe lower, moderate on the carbs rather than higher carb. So maybe like low fat, moderate carb, moderate protein kind of thing. I don't have an exact number for you because I don't know anything else about your habits, but You got to focus on building muscle. Everyone, if you're fat, focus on building muscle. If you are skinny, focus on building muscle. I want to lose fat and build muscle at the same time. Cool. Magic pills are great. Can you? Sure, but you're thinking about everything rather than focusing on the most important thing. So focus on the most important thing, get really good at getting jacked, and then it'll be easy to trim that extra fat off over time. Cerny, my left bicep still has a lump on the outside. Doesn't hurt anymore, but wondering if it's ever going to look normal. Oof, I don't know. I'd have to recommend you to a physician because I can't tell you if that's good, bad. Maybe it's a vein or it's a valve or something. I don't know what a lump on the outside means. Maybe there's still some blood there. If you tear a muscle, if you have a strain, sometimes you get like just blood pooling, and it takes a while for it to reabsorb if you actually tore something. So sometimes you'll have some swelling. You know, if you ever tear a muscle, it gets black and blue. Sometimes it takes like a few weeks or month or two for the blood to reabsorb and to break down. It gets yellow and stuff over time. Adrian Clar, Papa Swolio. Does Papa take naps? Papa don't. Papa gets sleeps. I sleep, I wake up, I get sun, I'm out all day, and then I go to sleep at night. I have no need for naps. I don't think naps are necessarily bad, but it's also how you do naps. If you're sleeping for 3 or 4 hours, that's not a nap. That's just like sleep deprivation. Doing like a 20-minute nap or a 20-minute recharge or 30 minutes in the middle of the day, putting your feet up and leaning back and closing your eyes and kind of taking a short little nap for 15, 20 minutes, because you want to make sure you're not getting into like that deep cycle sleep, because then you wake up groggy. So if you don't time a nap properly and you nap too long, you do like an hour, you're going to wake up feeling like you're underwater. So I think more maybe like a feet up, lay back, close your eyes, meditate, might sleep for a few minutes, maybe not. That's not like detrimental to sleep. But if you're sleeping significantly in the middle of the day, you're just sleep deprived, your schedule sucks. Maybe your time management, maybe you need to get a new job, things like that. And something to keep in mind. But again, if you're taking a 20, 30-minute nap in the middle of the day and you sleep fine at night, then, again, it works for you if that's something that you need. But also the reason why you might feel tired in the evening, maybe you're drinking coffee too early. Maybe you're not getting enough electrolytes. You're not hydrating properly. So I would look into these other things first and sleep. And then if it still applies, then as long as it's not negatively affecting your sleep at night. If you're going to bed at, let's say 10 o'clock and you're sleeping fine and you wake up and you feel great, then that 20 minutes, then okay, you found something that like a little lifestyle hack. That's fine. There's no reason why you can't do it. It's not like it's going to kill you. If anything, it's probably better, because if you lay down, put your feet up, you get a lot of more blood flow. It's a really good way to kind of, kick off. And sometimes with that short nap, you feel like you didn't do anything, but then you feel a little bit more rested. And a good strategy that I used to do is you drink some coffee. Not that you want to do in the afternoon, but take a little small cup of coffee right before you take a nap. And then you take a nap. And when you wake up, the caffeine's kind of kicking in. You have like you wake up, you feel great. I don't know if you guys ever tried that. Cantalar, Papa Solio, gym exercises for arms, shoulders, and back. I'm going to the gym. Well, good for you. Hey, Papa Solio, what are some good exercises for chest, shoulders, arms, back, legs? I'm not going to go through a list of exercises for these, but good for you. Good for you. What kind of question is that? Gym exercises. There's many. Chat GPT can give you some. The best ones, we've talked about this a lot, so we don't do like general. This is kind of a lazy question, but I'm glad you're going to the gym. So train hard, get stronger, don't overdo it in terms of excessive volume. You want to learn more about programming, join us over at swolenormousx.com. You want to have more of a specific question, feel free to drop another one. All right. Any other questions or people following up on previous stuff? We got any questions? I don't see anyone's that I missed right now, so you can still drop in the comments. All right, we're gonna move on then. Balls deep. Let's go.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right, let's see what we got here. What we got. 2 videos. Ooh. Oh, we'll do that one last. All right, let's do this first one. Let's see what we got on the interwebs today. What we got in the folder. First one's called Priorities.
What's in the box?
Priorities. Let's see what we got here.
what it currently looks like outside
this
the
chode?
State Farm Stadium in Arizona for the Charlie Kirk Memorial at 5 a.m. Behind me, you see the lines. This year alone, there have been 11 school massacres.
By whom? By leftist, deranged trans people. Oh, by the mentally ill.
And not a single one had a major memorial at a large sports stadium in America.
Okay, Mr. Fagenstein. Maybe because that's up to them. The schools never had any. The schools didn't have, I'm sure they had memorials. I'm sure they had vigils. I'm sure they had something for their community. Okay? They weren't major political figures in society. Okay, let's continue. Let's just see where he goes with it.
There have been a total of 515 lives taken over the last 22 years in school massacres.
Cool. So, who's going to fund it? Who's going to fund it? Who's going to fund, like, a vigil? Like, people invested money in it. It's fine. It's fine. You don't think they had funerals? You don't think they had vigils? You don't think these communities had? Of course they did. You saw them on the news. Oh, that's right. You're a liberal. You don't watch the news. Oh my God. People were killed with guns. Yeah, by mentally deranged leftists. We know this. We've seen it over and over again. It's not screwed up priorities. Do people not understand what a public figure is? Does someone not understand someone who's notable? It's like if something happened to The Rock, he's probably one of the biggest, most famous people in the world that's recognizable. That'd be a big fucking deal because everyone knows the person. He's had an impact on a lot of people, right? It's just, okay. Bro, what are we doing here? Oh my God, is America anything to try to smear a horrific event? A father of two slaughtered, executed live in front of everyone. We've seen the video. It's disgusting. Just for having a conversation. But but other people die in the world. Yeah, no shit, dude. That's not an equivalent thing. These people are so fucked up. Anything to try to smear that. Anything to try to smear how popular and powerful Charlie Kirk's message was. Anything to smear. These people are so fucking deranged. The Krasensteins, I don't know what these tool bags, like, how are you such a tool? How are these guys, like, married? Like, what fucking women would marry these cucks? They're disgusting. If you know these guys, I'm not just being irrational. If you don't know who he is, Ed, like the Krasenstein brothers, if you don't know who they are, you can go look at them online. It's always counter now, whatever's anti-Trump, whatever, blah, 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 blah. They just post on everything and leave really cringe, sickening fucking comments on everything pretty much. They're brain dead Democrats. So I'm not being harsh. I'm not being harsh on these people, on this guy. He has a brother who's equally as retarded. So, wow, he's really going hard. No. If you know them, you understand what I'm saying. Okay.
And not one resulted in a memorial in a major sports stadium with tens of thousands of people. I'm not discounting what happened to Charlie Kirk, but
you kind of are. That's kind of literally what you're doing, bro. It's always a but. I'm not discounting what happened to Charlie Kirk. What happened was he was slaughtered on TV. He was slaughtered in front of thousands of people. He was shot with a rifle through the fucking neck in front of his 3-year-old daughter. I'm not discounting anything. Of course you're not. That's not
happened to Charlie Kirk, but America maybe
I want to hear you say that
fucking
shit again.
Stadium.
I want to hear you. I want to hear those words slide right past the semen in your throat. I want to hear it again.
Thousands of people. I'm not discounting what happened to Charlie Kirk, but America maybe we have our priorities a little bit skewed.
I think we should get him a one-way ticket to the Middle East. Maybe they know what to do with him. All right. Wow. Right. All right, here we go. This one, I don't think it gets better.
What's in
All right, let's see what else we got, and we'll wrap up. We'll do the Swole card. Did I give away the Swole card? Did I tell you guys what it was? I told you in the, I don't think I showed it on the screen. Otherwise, I would have had this camera fixed. Get Swole. Hashtag Get Swole for a chance to win today's Swole card. I sent you a text, so a lot of you guys knew that. And, of course, over at papaswolio.com, we have the amazing Made in the USA, Papa Swolio Scalp Seed Main Gains and Bull Cream. Go and check it out. Let's get a zoom in here. Oh, look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Bing, bang, boom. papaswolio.com, shipping in the USA. Go and check it out. Make your hair and skin look delicious, grow thick and luscious. Go check it out, papaswolio.com. You know you want to. This one's called Deport Crackers. I told you it was ridiculous.
What's in the box?
Where's this going to go?
Let's get on the topic of deportation. Since y'all deporting all immigrants and everybody that y'all don't like.
I'm just going to pause it. I don't know what the hell was just said, if that was English or not. We got baby formula and gushers behind him. So we're on the right track. Par for the course. Looks good. Good choices so far.
Let's deport.
Is that those Lysol wipes? Kind of half open? Yeah, let that get into the air. Let that just aerate. I love the fresh smell of Lysol.
These motherfucking crackers back to Europe.
Yeah. Let's send the crackers back to Europe. Well, are you going back to Africa then? Why do we have to go back to Europe? You're out too then, son.
The caves they crawled out of. You know, them rocks they was hiding under.
I don't think white people hid under rocks. Anyone got a historical reference?
Let's deport them back. Let's take our motherfucking country back.
Take our country back. What do you mean? If you're going to call yourself an African American, then are you an American? You should be an American American. I don't think we should use African American. I think you're either American or you're not. Isn't that what being an American is? Aren't you one or the other? If you're Italian American, Greek American, no, pick one. Are you American or you're not? I think that's what it should be. Getting on a little side topic, you're an American or you're not. You're not both. Pick one. I don't think there should be any such. I don't think there should be any dual citizenships. I think you're an American citizen or you're not an American citizen. It's one or the other. You're American or you're not. I don't think that's mind-blowing or hard to ask. Like, no, you pick one. You can't be both. You can't have both. You can't, I have two. No. You pick one. One or the other. You can't, like, what's this two? Dual citizen. The fuck are you talking about? No, pick one. Other countries can share if you want, but no, if you want to be an American, you give up everything else. Okay.
Deportation, y'all.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of these crackers.
Crackers.
And if they don't want to take deportation,
I think we should get rid of crackers too. No one likes ultra processed carbs. Come on, it's like sunflower, it's like wheat flour, right? It's what do we have in crackers? It's just wheat flour and semolina, modified food starch, right? Crackers are garbage.
let's lynch them like they lynched us.
Whoa, that got out of hand quickly. Did you just call for a lynching, brother? Was that a lynching?
Let's get rid of these crackers. And if they don't want to take deportation, let's lynch them like they lynched us.
Oof. That's a call for murdering white people. I don't think we're gonna
That
I don't think we're gonna go that direction.
has seen the city of Zinj.
I don't know about murdering white people. Ixnay on the Erdermay.
Let's chain them to the back of our Chargers, our Hemis, our Suburbans, our Top.
Let's tie him to the back of our Chargers. That was the blackest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, that was funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. If this is satire, you could have made this satire. That's funny as shit. Not the lynching part. That's That's some fucked up stuff to say online and promote. He'll tie him to the back of our Chargers. Oh God, that's great. I mean, they're gonna before or after they get repoed. I don't know, man. All right, I watch those repo channels on TikTok. Those guys get those cars quick. They're all Chargers. They're all, you know, a Charger with like a $1,500 a month monthly payment for like 198 months. Okay.
Let's chain them to the back of our Chargers, our Hemis, our Suburban.
Chain them to the back of our Hemis and our Chargers and our Suburbans. Dude, my guy.
Chain them to the back of our Chargers, our Hemis, our Suburbans, our Tahoes, and drag them through the streets.
Yeah. Get them. Get them. Get them. Get all those crackers. Get them. Get them all. Round them up. Round up all those crackers. Let's get them. Let's get them.
You went full retard, man.
I say we round up all those crackers. Get them on those Chargers. Drag them through the streets. That's the truth. Yeah. String them up. String up them crackers. Let's continue.
That's what they do to us, right?
Not lately. I don't know about that. Anyone tie up black people to a chart? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Not in this country. For a long time, they do in other countries. I don't think they got Chargers, but goats. They tie people to the back of goats and stuff, probably. A drawing and goating.
Till their bodies rip off and fall apart. But there's no sympathy and empathy for black folks, right?
No one's calling to lynch black people. Can you imagine if, like, I made a video saying this? Can you imagine if I made a video saying this? If a white person made a video saying this? Holy crap, dude. How is this allowed online? How do we get these videos? How are these videos pulled from the internet? This is pulled from a TikTok. I guess someone shared it. Maybe this guy, maybe that's his screen name. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's his account. I don't know. How are these things actually allowed to be posted? I get banned for staring at the screen when something's stupid and like twitching my eye. But like, how does this get posted, period? Who records this and is like, yeah, that was good. That was a good idea. I'm going to post that.
Why the fuck do we keep having sympathy and empathy for these people and keep peacefully protesting?
Bro, ain't nobody peacefully protesting. We've seen what peaceful protests do. They burn cities to the ground. So please, no more peaceful protests. No more peaceful protests. You can protest. We don't want violent protests. You can protest, but you can't peacefully protest. And you can peaceably assemble. Peaceably assemble. But I think we got to stop with the peaceful protest, because peaceful protest kills a lot of people. It causes a lot of damage. We've seen your peaceful protests. Not good.
They're violent. The only thing they answer to is violence. The only thing they understand is violence.
Violence. I don't know what violence is. Does anyone know? Someone look that up. That's ChatGPT. What's violence? I don't understand. I definitely don't understand violence. I don't know what that word is.
They're violent. The only thing they answer to is violence. The only thing they understand is violence.
Like valence electrons? Like the outer orbitals? Right? Like the electron, right? On the outside of an atom, like valence electrons? Is that what we're talking about? Most people don't understand valence electrons. That's a complicated topic. All right. I'm so confused. We're talking chemistry. This is very, very confusing video.
And hate. So let's take a page out their book. Let's get on their level.
Are we talking about someone with different pronouns? Who's they? Who's they, though? What's, I'm confused. I'm confused. Who's they? Are you talking about a trans person? You want to get on the trans person's level?
Reach out they book. Let's get on their level. Fuck that peaceful shit. That shit went out with MLK. God rest his soul. I love MLK, Malcolm X and all that, Huey Newton and all that. But peace ain't getting us no motherfucking word. But stepped on, treated like shit.
I don't think you're paying attention. Who's stepping on you? Who's treating you like shit? There's a lot of successful people that haven't been victimizing themselves and complaining and have made a lot for themselves in this country. Why not you? It's probably because of the way your brain functions. That's probably it.
So let's play the game the way they play the game. If you with me, hit the comment, hit the like button, hit the follow button. Show me where we really stand.
I don't know
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I'll tell you what.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
I'll tell you what. I see that baby formula in the background, so he came back. He went to get milk, and he came back. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. So we can take a positive from that video. That's good stuff. All right. Let's give away today's Swole card. Hashtag get Swole. Let's do it. Let's see what we got here. Who's winning today's Swole card? And then we'll do a throwback. We do have a throwback today. Cars. Cars. Making gains. Good for you. Good for you. Maddie, send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3429, the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations, Maddie Danger. Congratulations. Excellent. Excellent.
You switched the samples.
Congratulations. Very, very solid. Very solid. All right. Throwback time. Throwback time. Let's do it. You're very welcome, Maddie. Congratulations. Send us that email and we'll get you out that Swole card. All right. This is, I don't know when this is from, but it's an oldie. Riley Gaines says, the thing that never happens happened again. Male, Sadie Camden Schreiner, broke 2 more women's collegiate records.
Give me a break.
Women's records mean nothing if they're set by men. Like, who in the actual fuck is still in charge that is perpetuating this nonsense? You have a last place worthless dude who sucks at what they do. Then they decide to be like, I'm a woman now. And then it's something to be said about the difference between men and women, that you could be last place, not do well, and then all of a sudden call yourself a woman and then win and set records.
Got him!
You could be the worst fucking male athlete and then set records in the women's division. That's kind of funny. When I say funny, yeah, it's just the irony and the humor of just the difference between men and women. There's nothing wrong with the difference between men and women. It just is. Mm-hmm.
Are there any women here today?
Base. Still agree. I still agree wholeheartedly with that opinion. That's an old video. So, I mean, I know that stuff is still happening today. I don't know if there's been recent stories with that, but that's crazy. I can't believe that ever happened. And I can't believe it's probably still happening. Just, you know, we got midterm. I mean, we got midterm elections coming up next year. I mean, who's going to want to go back that direction? It's going to be interesting. A year is a long time. It's more than a year. But goodness gracious, what a hot mess that whole time period was. And hopefully we don't go back. Never again. Never again. I think people are, you don't really, if you, because of the landslide in 2024, who's going to go back that direction? Who wants to go back to that retarded shit? I mean, it's going to be shocking how many, like, to see what happens, but my God, if it swings back, how can it swing back? How can people be like, no, this is a bad idea? I don't like the fact that they got rid of all the trans shit. Come on. Seriously. Okay. Fam, good stuff. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. Congratulations, Maddie. Go check out all the new merch over at papaswolio.com. Beard oil, scalp seed. You got the main gains. Bull cream. Go get you some. And check out all the brand new drops. Remember at the beginning of the show, talked about the brand new drop over there. Swole 20% off all merch. Go check it out. Everything. Flags, hats, hoodies. Winter's coming up, so get yourself some hoodies, snow hats. Got a lot of great stuff. So have a great day. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And we will see you tomorrow. Remember, swolenormousx.com to join the fam and get access to the private community and all the programs. Yoga, hundreds of yoga classes, thousands of recipes, all the good stuff. swolenormousx.com. Peace McGee's, Deuce Magoose, ya boy, Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.